Greetings, Dr. Tao here, and I'm here closing up at the restaurant right now. So it's been a very productive day. I actually just tried to make this video 20 seconds ago, and my phone is blacked out. So I don't know where my phone did that, but anyway, what I was saying before the video blacked out on me was, understanding how a meal is prepared and what makes things taste good. Because really when you think about it, people don't like what they think they like. And I'm saying that from the standpoint of, you don't see roadkill on the street and say, oh, that's something I'm gonna eat. Or you see a dead chicken and say, that chicken looks good to eat. What you're thinking of really is the things, the herbs and the spices that are gonna make it taste good, that's gonna make it attractive or appealing to eat. So what do? I study, I look at things and I say, okay, don't look at the plant-based cookbooks per se. Look at the cookbooks that, most people eat. People who like, eat, meat and things of that sort. Look at what they are using to make the meat taste good. And then you say, oh, okay, that's exactly what they want. So you use those herbs and spices to kind of create a dish, and you'll see that they'll still like the dish that you make, despite the fact that they may not claim that they like, eating plant-based or whatever. But the alchemy to cooking or preparing a dish, and it's really touching the 5 taste buds, and those 5 taste buds are sweet, sour, spicy, salty, and bitter. When you touch those 5 taste buds, you actually create a full entree, or you have that sense of satiation when you bite into a dish or whatever. And that's what really makes it taste good and pleasant and satisfied. I believe the Japanese have actually added another, or so-called discovered, another taste bud, which I may not be pronouncing this correctly, but they call it umami. And umami is supposed to be like a savory taste bud that is associated with like cheese, Parmesan cheese, things of that sort of, anchovies, things of that sort. So that's supposed to be called umami. And they try to add another one today, which they rediscover it. They say fat. You can taste fat, which is another taste bud they try to say. But there's always some type of new discovery. I may step outside because it's a little loud in here. We're here washing dishes, but yeah. So it's really great to be able to be an alchemist in the kitchen and create. And the beautiful thing about making food and not having to actually cook it is you can always change directions right in the process of preparing a dish. So you don't have to wait till something's cooked all the way and say, you know what, I don't like that. You can actually create as you go. And it actually allows you to express the true artistry of yourself and prepare and create in the process and be intimate with the dish. And understanding that sometimes when you're making food, if your emotional state is not pleasant, then the food may come out to be an unpleasant state. This is why I say that you shouldn't actually make food when you're upset, nor should you consume food while you're upset. But you'll notice, and I've noticed before, if your mood is a little off or unpleasant or upset, then the food tends to come out a little bit more salty. And that's because salt is associated with anger and aggression. So the food is very sensitive. It's alive, it's sensing you. So the main ingredient in the food is the alchemist, or the chef. And so you may have all the right ingredients in a dish, but if you don't have the right, spirit, or you're not approaching the dish with, care and respect of nature, then it may not come out as the same way that someone else had the dish and it's the same ingredients. So, hoping this video doesn't cut off on me like the last one did. Because I felt like I said some good stuff in that last one, but anyway, but yeah, my family came to the restaurant yesterday. I was happy about that. So they got to see everything here and just to see a manifestation of what I've been trying to do. I've been doing on a smaller scale at home and with people who knew me or know me. But it's just beautiful to be here. But anyway, yeah, it's being an alchemist or a chef is definitely a fun thing to do, and it's not taken lightly because food is so social. It's something that people, it's not just eating food, it's something that brings people around and gathers people. It's a central part of society. When you study war and battles and things of that sort, you'll see that the reason that a lot of wars are stopped or ended is not because of people dying or whatever necessarily. It was really because they ran out of food. So food is always important. So when the soldiers ran out of food, the war had to stop. They couldn't fight anymore. So it's very important. You read about it in Western or European history, how civilizations and cultures and people, voyagers traveled the seas for herbs and spices, traveling oceans and stuff to get some flavor. Killing folks for some herbs and some spices, beer and barley. I'm laughing, but I'm not being, it's not necessarily funny, but I'm saying it's just, it's food's serious. Food is a real thing. Food is political as well. You're not just eating because of what, you think it's just tasting good. You're eating for cultural, political reasons, There's a reason why, well, I may not go into that too much, but there's a reason why all your candy bars are named after men. I may not go into it too much, but you can actually see the veins on top of the candy bar. And I'll go into that in a lecture. I may not say that here. But the thing is, yeah, it's definitely, food is very important every day. And as if you choose to eat every day, which you don't have to do. We just kind of grown accustomed to eating every day, but if you can't go a day without food, then you're really just a kind of a slave to food almost. So sometimes it's good to give your body a rest. Choose a day of the week where you say, you know what, I'm just not gonna eat any food. And if you can't do that, then just say, I'm maybe just not eating solid food. Maybe just have some juices or whatever. Let your body rest. You don't always have to be eating all the time. People got food in their purse and food in the drawer. Wake up in the middle of the night, eat food. Food's in the car and the dashboard is everywhere. So, but that's not diagnosed in the Western culture because there's always a profit. That's the main agenda. So, it's just we don't want to be a slave to anything. So, nothing wrong with addictions, but just put the addiction in the right place. So be addicted to being, prosperous. Be addicted to being a decent, genuine person, I guess you can say. So, that's an African concept. We don't say anything's bad in nature. We just say it has to be put in its right place. Just like the emotion happiness is not always good. You could be happy that someone fell down a flight of stairs. So happiness in that sense is in the wrong ritual or the wrong place. So then in that sense, happy is not a good ritual or a good emotion. You could be upset that someone hurt someone in your family. So in that point, that's that perspective, being upset or being angry is a good thing. So just depending where you put the emotion at. That's the African concept. We don't say anything's bad or good. We just understand that it has a ritual and all your emotions are given to you. And that's your toolbox to use for your survival and to navigate. There's no reason why the creator would give you an emotion and say that's a bad emotion. Don't have that emotion ever. No, you need those emotions. You need those things. You can be so upset that I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna be so upset that I'm opening up a business. I'm so frustrated by so much stuff I'm gonna do. I'm gonna prove that I can do this. And that way, you know, using those emotions in a positive standpoint. So, but without further ado, this is a lifestyle, not a diet. Stay tuned. I'm sorry it's been a little while since I posted the video, but just been preoccupied. I always try to say preoccupied or productive instead of busy, because busy just means busy. It doesn't mean you're being productive, it just means you're busy. So just been productive. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate my family from coming down, mom and dad, my sister, my niece. Appreciate my brothers who've actually my whole family have all really been supportive. So I really can't do any of this stuff without them. So I'm just paying respects to them. So niece and nephew, everybody. So Trey, Andre, Candy, Alex, Athens. You know, I appreciate you guys. So, but yeah. Without further ado, I'll catch up with you guys later, and have a beautiful night. Peace.